Hello everyone, it's Pretty with Pretty Colors for You. I'm here with a video about what I colored for the month of January. I'm going to do a separate video of my plans for February. So I'm not going in no specific order. I know that my goal was at least 16 and I managed to do 25 pages total. I think, I think I did 25 pages. So I'm not going in order. So the first book that I'm going to show is Bulls de Poils. And I did one page in here. Which was this page right here. I did this page on the 16th. And on this page I used, what was that? I think, what is it called? Extreme Sheen acrylic on the background. And if I'm not mistaken, and I used the Guangnau's metallic markers, the goldens, these. I used that in the petals of the flowers and in the stems. And I believe the pencils that I used was the Prismas, because that's what I have been using until I got my whole binds. So that's what I used on this book. So this is the only page that I did in here this month. Well, for January. Next I have World Heritage. What is this one called? Damon's World Fairy Tale. And this has also become one of my favorite books. Show you the one that I completed this month. I've done 2 pages in here so far, and I'm working in another one for this month. And this was the one that I did. Actually, I did 2 pages for this month. Oh yeah, I'll zoom it out a little bit. And this is the Snow White page. Is it Snow White? Yeah, this is the Snow White page. So this is my completed page right here. And I used, I think I used Prismas. Yeah, because that's what I've been using. Or you know what? I think I was using polychromos on here. But you can see also that I used some metallics in here. I used the Guangnau's. You can see that up here in certain parts. Like if I move the page around, you could probably see it. I did use some metallics in there. The Guangnau's again in here. And that was on the 2nd. I really enjoyed this book. I really, really, really like this book. And I see myself coloring all of the pages. So yeah, I love this. And then the last page that I did in here is also this page, which I also like. This is the Ugly Duckling page. And this is my page. And I think I like better to use, to do it the way I like to do it. Like to, not the way I like to do it, sorry, the way they colored it in the book. So I just kept it in that same color thing. And that was on the 23rd of January. I did this page. And I like this. And the paper is really nice in here. So yeah, this is Damon's World Fairy Tale. So in Ruby's Sweet Dream, I did a page in here, which was this page. And in here, I used Prismas, definitely. I used some Prismas. I used some acrylic paint for the glitter that you see in there. And I also used Posca and glitter around the petals, as you can see. And I also used this sheer shimmer craft spray in gold. So that is what you see, the gold mist around the bird up there. That's what that is. And I also used gloss effect on the eyes of the bird and the eyes of Ruby and the dewdrops on the big, whatever this is, flower thing. So another thing that I wanted to share is, so I like this page so much is that I chose to do one of these per month until I'm done with this page. So this was my January page, my January one. And I used Prismas, stickles, I used gloss effect to, let me turn it around so you can see. I used gloss effect here. And then on the eyes of this animal. And then here I used pearls by Ranger. So as you can see, it looks kind of 3D-ish, and some white Posca. So yes, all of this is Prismas, white Posca, Ranger pearls, the white one, and then stickles here, and then gloss effect to go over the other things. So for February, I will be doing Ruby over here, and I will do that. I always make this, I'll make this like the last thing that I do for the month. So this was my January, this will be February, March. And then I'll go through the book doing that with whatever, you know. Okay, and this was a whip that I was working on, but I didn't finish it yet. And this was with watercolor paints. It was gonna be like this. And then next I have this book. Translated is Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends. I did one page in here, which is this one. And I used the Extreme Sheen again, acrylic paint here. And I used Prismas and some white Posca for the t-shirt on the bear. And I think, and some on the petals of the flowers. But everything else is paint. Oh, and then I use glitter acrylic in here behind the airplane. So that was on the 25th of January I did this page. And then I used the border, I put washi tape. Yeah, so I did that. And then I did a buddy color. Here is, we did a 2-page spread for our buddy color. It was Color with Bridget, and she's on Instagram, and I will insert her name. So this is my page here, one of mine. We did this January, well, I turned mine in January 10th, and I think hers was the day before. And then this is my first page. And then here is her first page. And then my second page. And then her second page. So yes, this was in Sagittarius Fairy Tale Sky. And this is the next page that I did for the month. And in this one I used polychromos. Well, wait, no, I used the Albert Doors here. The color, the galaxy part was Albert Doors, and also up here was polychromos. And then I used polychromos for everything else, and then stickles. And I know some Posca somewhere is in here. So yes, I really am happy with this page. Really, really like this page. Turned out really nice. Because I was actually working on this one when I started the buddy color. So I put it to the side and did that, and then I came back to this. Next, I worked in Land of Magical Fairies. I did 2 pages in here. And again, I'm really liking that Extreme Sheen acrylic by, I think it's Deco Art. And that's what you see in the background here. If you don't have that, you should go buy it because it's nice. And so there I use stickles. I used Posca, and I was using Prismas here. And some Guangnals, of course. Again, I think I really like those, so you'll see those in there as well. A lot of stickles though, and both girls have it on their dresses. Yeah. And then I did another page that I'm very proud of. Was it this book? Oh no, I don't think so. Yeah, it was. Let's just see. Yeah, I think it was this book. Or was it? Yeah, it was this book. It had to be. Just gotta find it. Yeah. Sometimes I get the books mixed up with the Erie books, which one I worked in. So I did this on the 16th of January. Well, completed. My dates just mean that's the date that I actually completed, not when I started it. So, of course, I used Prismas in here. I used Jelly Roll Glaze. I used Posca. I don't think I used any glitter in here. Yeah, I didn't use any glitter in here, but I did use some Guangnals, of course. You can see in some of the details there. And up here, I believe, yeah, I did. So you can see that the Eiffel Tower, I guess that is, yeah. And in the birds, I used some white Posca as well. So I'm proud of this one. And this, I did this, stopped, came back, because it got too repetitive. And then I worked again in this book because I really like this book. So I did this page on the finished this page on the 14th of January. I was just playing around with this. I was bored, so I was just playing around with like watercolors and stuff. So what I think I used on this was the Colors watercolor pencils, and I used some Guangnals. And that's it. That's all I used here. And some white Posca. No glitter, no nothing else. Just the Guangnals, the Colors watercolor, and that's it. And the white Posca. And then I did one more in here. I had a person to leave a negative comment on one of my videos, and I tried to be very professional and nice to everybody. But okay, so I'll come back to that in a little bit. But here is the page that I did, the two pages that I did. I used black acrylic paint to black out the background. I used Prismas, and for this part I used Faber-Castell gelatos in the where you see the color, the different colors in the background. And I used glitter acrylic and some Winsor & Newton inks for the gold and the whites. And that's what I did on this page for both of these. I really enjoyed this, the two pages. And I did Party by Hannah Caron, and I got so into this book, guys. I just started going in, and then I didn't stop. But I did this page, which is the lemonade page or the orange juice page. I don't know. I just made mine into like an orange juice page. And I used Prismas, Posca's glitter acrylic. No, not glitter acrylic. The Ranger acrylic. Ranger has one that is like, I don't know if they consider it stickles, but yeah, I think it's a stickles, but it's one that I don't normally use because it has like a clearish, it's like a clear green color, but it's here in the bubbles. Hopefully you can see it. It's like an iridescent color, but it's there. It's all in the bubbles. So I did that page. I also did this page, and I was playing around with the guangnaos because I think I had just gotten them. And I used Prismas, guangnaos, and white Posca to do this page. So all of the gold you see is guangnao. And I used Posca because I wanted this a little more like creamy looking. So I used that, and then Prismas. So that's that page. And that's all on the butterfly. And then over here, I used, so up here I used the guangnaos. Wait, no, I didn't. Up here, I have acrylic paint that is the extreme sheen, the silver or metallic silver. I used that on these, right? Because I didn't want to use all of my guangnao for it. So the gold ones, yeah, that is actually what guangnaos. And I wanted the pages to come together because it's a cake and then there's the balloon. So I wanted everything to match. So I did use the same colors that's over here. And this is just Posca, the purple, I mean the pink, the purple, the teal. That is the Poscas that I have. And the rest was done with the guangnao and the extreme sheen. And then I used the purple guangnao down here on her dress. And I really like this page too. And I did both of these in the same day. I think that's it for this page, for this book. And then I did Space by Hannah Caron. I did this page. This one took me a little bit of time. So I did use Prismas. Yeah, I was using Prismas here. And you can see here I have used some glitter glue, but it's not stickles. There's another one that I bought from Hobby Lobby, no, from Michael's, the gold. It looks like stickles in the bottle, but it's not stickles. And I used Prismas. I used some acrylic paints to make it look, everything has acrylic paint over it. Like the truck, this is colored with Prismas, but I use there is a paint that I have that you put over that makes it look pearlish. So that's what you see. And then back here I use a stencil to make it look more spacey like. And then it also has glitter and acrylic. And then yeah, so even the rocks have that acrylic paint as well. And this is just a whip that I'm working on. Don't know when I'll get back to it though. So the other page that I did in here this month, this one. Also proud of this. Bring it down a little bit. I used background is Faber-Castell Gelatos. And I used, I think it was Prismas for the background. Yeah, I used Prismas to just like get my colors in the background. And then I went over it with the white Posca. And that's it. I just used Prismas. And then these golds, of course, is the guangnaos, the super goldens. And that's it. That's all I used on this page. I didn't use, oh wait, I did put some glitter acrylic here. You can see it there. And here as well. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then Symphony of Cute Animals, guys. It's been so long since I've worked in this book. And I was like, oh gosh, I need to work in this book. I still have 2 whips in this book, and I was planning on dedicating the month of February to my whips only pages, but I said, you know what, like this whip is forever. Like this has been like this for over a year. I have not went back into it. So this is a whip for the same time frame, and I do plan on finishing these. But I want to dedicate a month alone to just doing my whips because I have a lot. So, I mean, not a lot, but enough. So this is used with Prismas, of course, Posca, and I think I did use Guangnaos in here somewhere. Yeah, you can see little specks of the Guangnaos in here. So yeah, I did this. See if you guys can see everything here like that. So this is the only page that I did in Symphony of Cute Animals. And I'm going to start back working in this book because I really do like it. I really do like it. And then I have a whip that I'm going to show that I was working on. This is Tatiana Bogama's Nice Little Town 12 Circus. And I was working in this one. And I didn't finish it because I got stuck. I was just like, okay. It wasn't coming out the way I liked it to. The paper is very smooth. And I think I was using... I don't remember which pencils I was using. I believe I was using Colors when I was doing this. Yeah, I believe so. But I didn't like how it was coming out. Like you can see the blotches on the paper, I guess, because the paper doesn't really have any tooth. And I used that glitter glue that I was talking about that is not stickles, but it looks like stickles. Posca and the Guangnao, of course. That's what you can see there. But I will go back to this. This was supposed to be one for January, but I couldn't finish it. And then I have another one that I really love, which is in this book, Bird Traveling Flower to Flower. It's a 2-page spread. It shows side by side. I'm just going to show each side and then the next. So here, of course, I use that black acrylic paint again. I found a black acrylic paint that lays down smoothly and nice, and it does not have a shine, and it doesn't show like any blemishes. That is what I'm using here. And it actually turns out to be patio paint. This is what I use for this, because I have another one that I usually use in my art, and it has a glossy look, and I don't like it. I mean, I like it for certain things, but for this, no. And you can actually color on top of this really good. So I use that. I use Prismas because I was using Prismas for this page, and some Posca. No glitter is in this page at all. And then this is the other side with the squirrels. They were eating berries, so I just made all of the berries different colors, and some of them that were bitten off of, as you can see. So yeah, I'm proud of this page too. And my bird, I was just looking up birds, and then I seen a pretty bird, so I was like, oh, I'm going to color that color, so that's what I did. Another new favorite, fairy tales. This book has become another favorite. And I did this page, the Alice in Wonderland page. And this did not take long at all, guys. Like, I finished this really fast. Like if I would have started it in the morning, I would have finished it. But I ended up starting this at night and then finished it the next day. So I used Holbeins. This whole page is with Holbeins because I had gotten my Holbeins. I used Holbeins for the whole entire page. The background, I used that black acrylic paint that I mentioned. I used Posca. I used acrylic paint, a glitter acrylic paint inside of that clock. Some Guangnaos to imitate shine on the bottle. And white Posca on the shoes to shine. And that's it. No glitter other than here on the glass, on the coffee cup, and then on the clock, and then the chain that's connecting the clock. That's glitter paint. I mean, acrylic, glitter acrylic. That's it. And I think I started another page, or planning to start another page. But yeah, this is going to be in my next month plans too, because I really, really, really like this book. This is the book that I told you guys I had before, and at that time I wasn't really enjoying the paper. I mean the art, but I like it. And then finally I finished a whip that I had in Serendipity, which is this page. I originally had only done this part, so I ended up finishing that. And I used Prismas to do this. And you can see that I did use some stickles up here. And I did use the long nails in here as well. But I like this. Came out nice. So that was the Freedom on a String. And then last, save the best for last, the Dream Coloring Book. I got this book because I saw Colored by Maya, sorry. Now that I'm on that subject. So in my last video where I was talking about trying to find Maya's name, because I just like to be precise and give you guys the right information. So I was looking for her name to give you guys to add it. Yes, I could have went back later on and inserted her name in the video when I was editing the video, but at that time it was not on my mind. So I was continuing to search for the name or whatever, and then we were talking about this book. So I had somebody come on there and say something negative about I could have just inserted her name later in there. So it made me upset, and I did respond, but I thought about it because I'm trying to stay professional. But I said that to say this: if you're going to be rude and disrespectful, I am going to respond, because I do respond. But I was trying to keep it professional, so I deleted the message and the comment. But for future references, I do respond to everybody. If I don't see your messages and I don't respond right away, it's because I didn't see the comment. But if you're going to be rude, say rude things to me, I am going to respond. That's just it. And it's not going to just be me, because I have other people who will respond as well. So if we're going to be professional, I try to stay professional. I respond to everybody in a respectful manner. So please do not be disrespectful to me, because I will disrespect you back. Very disrespectful. So, in this book, I bought this book because Maya, Colored by Maya, she showed this book in one of her videos. And that was before I was liking this type of work. And I was like, I like it. So I bought it, and I am in love with it. And I've colored 3 pages in it. And I believe that I will be working in this book every month. So here's a page that I did complete. I used the Extreme Sheen acrylic paint for the background. And of course, this side over here is going to be purple as well. So that's why I didn't mind the paint on this side. So this is also going to be purple or black. I'm not sure yet. But I used, I think it was Prismas. I'm not really sure. But I used Prismas. I used acrylics. I used glitter paints. No, glitter glues. I used guang nails, Posca. And I really, really, really enjoyed this page. Really enjoyed. I really love this page. I love all of the pages that I've done in here so far. And I have plans to do more pages in here. So this was actually the first page that I did in this book. And I love it. Same exact same things that I used on the last page I used on this page, which was Prismas, or I think it was either, yeah, this was Prismas, I believe, because I don't have all of my pencils out at once, so it either had to be Prismas or Colors, because when I put the Colors up, I took out the Prismas, so this might have been Colors, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what it was. I used those. I used Posca, some glitter acrylic you can see in his wings. What else? And the stars you can see as well. And some guangnals. Yeah, so that's what I did on here. And in the next page, same thing. And that's how much I love this page, guys. These books. So also acrylic paints for the background, both. There's the blue sky and the greenery. All of that came from acrylic paints. And then everything else was Prismas. This page was done with Prismas because I remember this date, the 14th. I did Prismas on this one. And I used Posca, Prismas, acrylic paint, the guangnals I used. What else did I use? Oh, and the glitter acrylic as well. So yeah, some of the animals, like this was supposed to be a cow, but because there's a cow here, and the sheeps, I said we're missing a pig. So I just, instead of making it a cow, I made it a pig. So yeah. And I enjoyed it a lot. And these are the only 3 pages that I did in this book, but I do plan to finish it more. And that's it, guys. Those are the only things that I colored for the month of January. And again, I will make another video of what I plan to color for this month. And I've already started my February coloring, so that's it for now. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you like my videos, and keep it positive. We don't need negativity. I don't like to give off negative energy, so do not give me negative energy, please. Yeah, thank you guys.